Welcome everyone, today we have a new guide for Honkai starrail. In this video, we'll look into all the type of banners you'll be seeing at the launch of the game. And when first starting the game, this might look a little overwhelming with 4 different banners. So in this video, we'll go through each of the banners to the special rate for characters and also for weapons, and what are the discounts and what are the hidden rates behind it. And we'll go through some of the rerolling tips as well at the end of the video. So you can see I have listed 4 different banners that will be available at the launch of the game, including the limited time character banner and also limited time weapon banner. So there's a lot of different rates for different banners, and the weapon banner will have a better rate compared to the character banners, and even a higher chance of the rate up. So there's a lot of details you want to be aware of, and we'll be going through what are the banners best for what purpose. And of course, at the end of the video, I'll briefly talk about which of the banners should you be summoning, and what are the things you should consider when you play this game. Because this is very similar to Genshin Impact. We have made a lot of guides and also rates for Genshin Impact. So I want to share a lot of knowledge with you guys, and also we'll be looking into the rerolling guide on the next video. So there's a lot of exciting information I want to go through with you guys. And we also have the banner rates and everything that's available. So this is very good to go through the game and also to prepare for the game to get the most out of 5 stars. So coming over to our notes. The first banner I want to introduce to you guys will be the beginner's banner. If you guys remember with Genshin Impact, it also had a beginner's banner, but there's a little difference between the beginner's banner between the 2 games. For Honkai starrail, the beginner's banner will consist of 50 rolls that is discounted at 20%. So what that means is, we will be looking at 50 summons for 6,400 total jade. That is the currency of the game, which is like the gems in Genshin Impact. Now, the cost of the summons per jade is 160 jade per summon, but because this is discounted at 20%, so we're looking for 6,400 total jade to summon all the 50 summons on this banner. Now you may be wondering, what is the purpose of summoning on this banner? We'll briefly talk about the rates over here. So this particular beginner's banner is very good to get a starter 5-star character. And you can see all the 7 available characters that is over here. If you guys want to know more details about those characters, check out our previous video, which will talk about those character skills and also choices in more details. So over here we can see the base rate of getting any of the 5-star characters over here is 0.6%. And this is by far the highest rate for getting a character in any of the banners. After that, getting a 4-star character is at 5.1%. Although this is not the biggest deal, sometimes we do want the 4-star characters. Now what can get out of this banner is that there is a hidden, or there's pretty much a guarantee in this banner. So what that means is, after summoning for 50 times, this is what I hear from the beta, after summoning for 50 times, you're expecting to get 1 random 5 stars out of the 7 5 stars that's available over here. And most people do kind of, get a little unlucky. Most people do end up summoning for their 5 stars at the last 50 summon. And you'll be summoning this 10 times at a time. So you do 10, 20, 30, 40, and then your 50 final summons. You cannot summon individually. So the first thing you take away from this banner is, if you're starting the game and want a 5-star very fast, saving up to 4,600 total jade and summoning 50 times will get you your first 5-star. Now what does this mean if you're considering into rerolling and also a free-to-play player? You can consider, getting multiple 5 stars because there's a guaranteed 5 stars over here. We'll talk about this more in detail in the next video, because I don't want to confuse you guys. We want to introduce all the banners, right? So this is a big factor we'll talk about in the next video. And for now, what you want to take is, the beginner's banner is the best way to get a free 5-star character on your first day of the play. And maybe within the first week of the gameplay, you can get a 5-star character for free in this banner. Now coming over to the second banner that is in the game, that is constantly in the game. So the beginner's banner will disappear after you summon 50 times. But this particular banner, called the Stellar Warp, this is the standard banner. It will provide both characters and also weapons. So we can see over here the rate of getting a character or a weapon is 0.3%. This is split amount with weapons and also characters. But as you're going to see on the weapons banner, the weapons are kind of not as worth as the characters, so you kind of want to get more characters over the weapons. And we'll make a special soft pity and also a guarantee video to explain how to get more weapons, or how to explain how to get more characters over weapons on the standard banner. Now we can see that the rate of getting a 4-star character on this banner is also 5.1%. I'm not sure if they also consider the 4-star light comb. So what this means is there is a hidden pity on the standard banner. And if you have played Genshin Impact, you know the hidden or the given pity is gonna be 90 summons for any of the 5-star character. Now, keep in mind, the writing here is a little different. So I'm taking some screenshots from different websites, and you can see that the writing here is a 5-star character, but what that means is, this means a 5-star on the banner. So you can be getting a 5-star weapon or a 5-star character on this banner after 90 summons or by 90 summons. There is something special about this banner, there is a special system which after 300 summons on the standard banner, you can select any of the 5-star characters that is available on this banner. And those characters are the 7 5-star starter characters that is available in the game. Now, in order to summon on the standard banner, you'll be getting something called the starrail passes, which are the standard basic summoning tickets. And for those tickets, those are like the standard summons for Genshin Impact. Now, usually it is not ideal to summon on this banner, but in the future videos, I'll talk about the potential of summoning on this banner to get ourselves a further investment into the future to get your 300 selective pools, which is going to be quite interesting. So right now for this banner, it is likely going to be the worst banner to get characters, because only 0.3% of getting characters. So now we have 2 banners, let's go to the next one. Now over here we have the 3rd limited character banner that will become available at the launch of the game. And the first limited character was revealed by the official teasers of the livestream to be Sally. So Sally over here is gonna be a very powerful DPS character, and we can see right away the rates of this banner is same as the beginner's banner. So 0.6% for the 5-star characters on the banner, 5.1% for the 4-star characters. But one thing to notice, 0.3% chance is to get the limited banner character, which is at a 50% chance of rate up. Now, once you know this particular rate up, what you can kind of focus is, you can try to get the 5-star limited character on this banner once you have, more than, let's say, 100 summons, or maybe close to 180 summons if you're really unlucky. Because, like Genshin Impact, this particular banner also have a pity system and also 100% guarantee if you miss your limited character on the first go. And of course, to summon on this banner, you need starrail special passes, which are the special limited banner summons for this particular banner. Now, if you guys are planning on the summoning on the limited banners, make sure you watch our next few videos, which will talk about the soft pity, the pity, and also the guarantee of how to get more limited characters on different banners in more detail. So for now, understand this is a limited banner, and we'll see on the next part, this banner is actually very good for summoning for the starter account. And finally, we have the limited weapon banner. So usually the limited weapon banner is the weapon for the special character Sally over here that is available on the character banner. How it works is, it will offer you a character, and once you have the character, likely you go for the special weapons that characters have. And those weapons are also limited time only, so there is a duration on this timer. I forgot to mention, usually there is a 2-week duration on the banners for the limited characters and also the weapons. Now the rates for the weapons are very different to the characters. So when we have a look over here, we can see 0.8% of getting a 5-star weapon, 6.6% of a 4-star weapon. And on top of that, to get your special limited banner weapon, there's a 75% chance to get this particular light tome, which is the special Silly weapon. And Sally over here, she only have a 50% higher chance of the rate up. So this is the difference. So they really want you to go for the weapons after getting your character. And of course, we'll talk about the pay to win part of the game very soon as well. So the special part about the weapon banner is that it has a 50 pool guarantee. So by the 50 summons, if you don't get a 5-star weapon, you will get a 5-star weapon. And out of those 5-star weapons, 75% chance of the time, you will get the special weapon for the limited character. I know it sounds a little funny, right? 75% chance this and that. I'll have a better video to explain everything for the limited banner. Now for the limited weapon banner, the starrail special passes are the premium summons for this banner. Notice it's the same currency that is used for both of the banners. Now one thing to notice, if we come back over here, we know it will cost 160 stellar jade for any of the summons. And usually players do is they use 160 stellar jade onto the limited banners. They don't usually use it on the standard banners, and they might consider using on the beginner's banners. So this is why it's quite important to come over to this part of the video, which will talk about which of the banners is best for us as a player. So if you have premium currency, the Stellar Jade, it is best to first use on the limited character banners, and then once you have a special character or any of the character, you can consider going for the limited weapon banner after getting the character. But this will be very costly. If you're free to play or low spending, this can take a few weeks to get what you wanted. So I'll make a video for you guys to go saving for those free currencies and also planning to get any of the characters you want or the weapons. Now, because of the beginner banner is discounted at 50% and it also provides all the characters, so the fastest way of getting your 5-star in the game will be going for the beginner's banner. It is by far the cheapest and also the highest chance of getting the 7 standard characters. But keep in mind, over here we have 8 characters in the limited banner character. So there is a limited character Sally that will be on the first banner. And finally, we can go for the selective 5 stars after the long-term investment on the standard banner. It is not very worth it, and this is much late and also mid-term of the gaming after a few months or after at least 1 month of the game. But we'll talk about options over here. So my question is, which one should I summon? Now, usually from my years of experience and also, rates and also probabilities, it's always good to summon on the limited character banner because those characters tend to be the strongest and also more rare. And if you do get lucky on the limited banner character, you can consider saving your premium currencies or go for the weapon. So this is an eventual choice. Now, during this time, a lot of things you have to consider. The pity, soft pity, guarantee, and also available currencies that is free to play. So our future videos, I'll talk about all those and also plan for you guys. Now, because we have talked about a lot of rerolling and also aspects, I really want to share some of the rerolling aspects I want to share with you guys on the next video. So just a brief summary. The beginner banner will be good if you're going for 5-star, but it is not ideal banner to be rolling on. It is best to go for the limited banner and also hit the jackpot. And similarly, you can choose alternatives to go for the standard banner for a long-term investment. So this is actually quite important. So the next video, this is the little teaser. Next video, we'll talk about rolling on the standard banners and also limited banners to get yourself 2 or even 3 5-stars at the start of the game. And this will be for free. So quite excited to plan for the next video for you guys. We have the rates over here. We have the probabilities. I'll work out the methods for you guys. Now, before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.